Hello, I am Alina Sancha and I'm your English teacher. Welcome to our class of Aprender a Estudar em Casa. Today we are going to learn about future continuous and future perfect. Last class we talked about future simple and be going to. Because we are talking about our future, our jobs and our careers, we have to learn many ways of expressing it, right? So let's see here our summary for today. Today we're learning the forms and the uses of future perfect and future continuous. So, as I told you, we need it to talk about our future. And these times we use it when we talk about a set time in the future, right? So, have you ever thought about what you want to be in the future? What's next for me? So, here, what will you be doing in 5-year times? You have it planned? Or are you still thinking about it? Probably, I think, this is what you have in your mind. I will be studying at university. Because the majority of you, when you finish your 12th grade, you are going to pursue your higher education, right? So, and the course usually takes 5 years. If you count 12th grade and another 4 years, which means in 5-year times, you will still be studying at university. And having said that, you won't have finished your studies. So, pay attention to the two forms. I will be studying at university and I won't have finished my studies. These two verb tenses are different. So, can you tell me which one is continuous and which one is perfect? I know you know it. Because as soon as you hear studying, you have ing. Ing usually shows what? The progressive, the continuous form. So, if you're talking about future continuous, you will need will plus verb plus ing, right? And when we say perfect, I won't have finished my studies. When we hear the word perfect, what comes to your mind? I know you know it. Which tense? It's perfect. Perfect has to have a verb. Which verb? Have. So here, future perfect, I won't have finished my studies. So, here we have the forms. The forms of future continuous is always subject plus will be plus main verb that has ing. So, the form is very simple, right? Subject will be plus main verb plus ing. And notice here, the short answer. What does the short answer? Do you have ing in short answer? No. You only have yes, the subject, and will. This is the affirmative. And for the negative, no, the subject, and want. So, in the short answer, you never have the other verbs like be or verb plus ing. You only have the auxiliary will in affirmative or negative. And when do you use it? Future continuous. Action in progress in a time you set in the future. Remember what I asked you? What will you be doing in 5-year times? So it's very important to remember an action in progress in a stated time in the future. And what was our I will be studying at university. Okay? Another use is action that will happen because of a routine or an arrangement. When you go to university and you are at the end of your course, you have to write a thesis, right? So this is a consequence of being at university. If you want to finish your course, you write your thesis, right? So I will be writing my thesis, because you cannot write your thesis at the last minute, okay? You have to think about it before time. So I will be writing my thesis. That's a consequence of being at university. Or for example, you say, tonight I will be cooking dinner for my parents. I will be cooking dinner. The time set in the future is tonight. And I will be cooking dinner because I am the one that cooks dinner at home. So this is my routine. Do you understand it? Good. The third option, or the third use, is when you ask someone about their near future plans. Why do you ask people about their near future plan? You have two reasons. Number one is a selfish reason. You want someone to do something for you. For example, we have here an example that says, what are you doing tonight? I want to know what you're doing because I want you to do me a favor. Because I want you to deliver the book for me at the library. So I ask you your plans because I want you to do something for me. Another case when we use the future continuous is if we want to offer to do something for someone else. Okay? But usually, let's face it, we use it for selfish reasons because we want people to do things for us. So 3 uses. Talk about the future in a stated time in the future, right? Because of routine or arrangements, things that you decide to do beforehand. The second one is as a consequence of your decisions. And the third one, for selfish reasons, you want to know because you want people to do something for you. So these are the uses of future continuous. Let's see the uses of future perfect. First the form and then the use. The future perfect, what do you have? First, the subject. And then will have. You always will have to have this. Will have. And past participle of the main verb. Past participle of the main verb. What is the past participle? Do you remember the column of the verbs? You have the first column that is infinitive, the second column that is the past simple, and the third column that is the past participle. Remember? Okay. What does this mean? It's time for you to start memorizing again your list of verbs if you want to do future perfect, okay? it's very important. The list of verbs, the irregular verbs, it's important that you have it memorized. It helps you a lot. It saves your life at school. Okay? So let's see the uses of future perfect. As you can see, the short form, both for future continuous and future perfect, is the same. It's yes or no plus subject, will or want. So the short form is the same. You don't have to think about it because you know it's yes or no, will or want. So let's see the uses of future perfect. The future perfect. Remember that we said the future continuous, the action would be still in progress. It continues. But for future perfect is exactly the opposite. It stops. It stops, it's finished, it ends before the time stated. So, finish before a stated time in the future. We have by June 2, 2021. By June 2021, I will have finished my application. I will have delivered my application. What does it mean? It means that if you want to go to a college, a good college, you have to prepare beforehand, right? You have to apply for your college before June, which means that in May you have done it. So you say, by June 2021, I will have applied to all the universities of my preference. So your preference, you have to apply beforehand so that you can get more chances, right? So, future continuous, the action keeps going. Future perfect, the action stops before the date you set, okay? And there are some words that we use with future perfect. These words are before. You see, by June 2021, by then, by the time. We also use until, but they are used in negative sentence. Until, in negative sentence. These ones, the other ones, before, by then, by the time, are used in affirmative sentence or in interrogative sentence. Is that clear? Okay. Because practice makes perfection, we are going to do some practice. It's a fun game, okay? You are going to invent excuses. You don't really want to do things with your friends. What tense do you use? You use the future continuous. So here, I want you to use your messenger, to use your Viber, to use your Power, your Play, whatever you have access to talk to your friends. Okay? You have 2 minutes to do it. Of course, we're not going to time it here on TV, but the one who has more correct sentence win. You invite a friend to do something, and this friend is going to find an excuse. Example here. Shall we go to Sucupira tomorrow at 4 p.m.? And the excuse, I can't, I will be studying then. You can invent whatever you want. Be creative and have fun doing this game with your friend. Okay, since I told you that practice makes perfection, I want to leave you with a few exercises. I recommend you to do these exercises here and show them to your classroom teacher. So do lots and lots of practice so that you can become very good using these verb tenses. So as I was telling you, practice makes perfection, right? So I want you to practice and practice and practice so that you can be good in using these verb tenses. This sentence that you have here, they will be sent to your classrooms and you work with them with your classroom teachers. So don't worry about copy them because you will have handouts in class. So to sum up our class today, we have looked at two verb tenses, future continuous and future perfect. In those two verb tenses, we learned their form, we learned their uses, and the difference between the two. We saw that future continuous is an action that is still in progress, and future perfect, we stop the action before the time stated. So I hope it was clear. We have finished our class on Aprender a Estudar em Casa today. So I look forward to seeing you next class, and I really enjoyed teaching you today. Bye. See you next class.